Встречайте! Barbora Paulovic Deckerova, директор направления IBM Partner Ecosystem в странах Центральной и Восточной Европы.
Hello and great day. I can see that I'm the last one before the coffee and cake. But is it bad to be last one? I don't think so. I don't think it matters. As I like to say to my husband, honey, it doesn't matter whether you're the first one. It matters if you're the right one. Okay, so I hope I will be... I hope I will be the right one to inspire you a little bit on this super complex journey and where the IT market is and such a dispersed market. So that's what I'm going to do today. I was hoping to start with analogy, and yesterday I was sitting in a hotel lobby over at Hilton, and I was thinking, what is the proper analogy for us here in Russia? And I was thinking, you know, Jeannie, that's our CEO, she was making a fantastic presentation about its 50th anniversary of the first man landing on the moon, Apollo 13, right? And then I said, I don't think showing a video in Russia of the first American landing on the moon would be super motivating, right? Because IBM played a huge role there. But then I was thinking sports. I'm an ex-professional athlete, so I said, what's better analogy than sports? And then I was watching live European Championship of volleyball women, and they lost. Russian team lost last night against Italy, so not a good analogy. So then I decided, let me do what I do and what I should do, and that's start with what I truly believe in, and that is to say thank you to this corner, to Merlion, because we have been collaborating way before me. I'm in this role for 1 year. But what I have learned is that our journey started a while ago. We have done some crazy things together. And within the year I've been in this job, we know of each other, the bad things, the good things, the things we need to work on. But foremost what I see is the openness to new things. And we have such an exciting journey in IBM that I reckon anybody in this room should really take an opportunity from anything that I talk about today. So what I will talk about is 3 things. The first one is now our third IBM perspective on what's going on in the IT market. The second one is, does that change the work of ecosystem, meaning the business partner relationships? And third is, and we have an advice for you, what we believe in IBM is the most successful model in this era. And then I will conclude on sharing with you what do we in IBM do for you to work with us better and faster and earn more money. So let me start. You heard probably mention all of the technology that in the latest years has changed completely the way we operate. So we start with cloud, then it is artificial intelligence, then it is Internet of Things and blockchain. All of these are cornerstones of our strategy. What is the fact, even in IBM, we worked with these within these trends, only in the edge, as an experiment. Okay, there we were working on proof of concepts with customers and partners. We were working on tests, but they've been maturing, and now we're entering what we called the new era, or chapter 2. In chapter 2, this is no longer about those IT geeks that are developing those cool apps, and that's completely detached from the boardroom. No, this era is about taking this technology and making it fundamental to the business processes. So these are business processes, core to the business, driven based on these new technologies. And that is the big shift, and the big shift is caused by 2 things. It's cloud and it's artificial intelligence. A lot was talked about here about cloud before, and we have a very clear perspective in IBM what is cloud. That's why we start calling ourselves the multi-cloud or hybrid cloud company. And I will explain today what we mean by that, because many interpreted it different ways. So the opportunity is as follows. 20% of workload, corporate workloads only, are today in cloud, any cloud. So that tells you that we have 80% to work with, and that's our joint opportunity. Let me show you a brief video that talks about cloud.
Cloud technology powers much of our lives. You use the cloud when you book a flight, when you withdraw money at an ATM, or when you purchase a gift at a store. The cloud is the technology backbone that makes today's digital economy possible. And in a world in which data lives everywhere, the way and reasons why businesses use the cloud are changing. In Chapter 1 of the cloud, businesses gained access to scalable computing resources to reduce costs and increase productivity. In Chapter 2 of the cloud, the one we're in now, businesses will not just rent IT infrastructure, but use the cloud to profoundly change the way they work and transform industries. The opportunity for businesses is great. The problem, businesses find themselves in a much more complex cloud environment. Most use a mix of public and privately operated cloud environments, along with on-premise IT for their data and apps, in most cases from multiple vendors. This is what we call a hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a platform for innovation. It allows businesses to apply AI at scale. Living in a hybrid cloud world means that businesses have to become masters at managing increasingly complex and fragmented cloud environments. They need to quickly and easily move apps and data between these different clouds. This is why IBM is releasing a host of new tools and services to help businesses overcome these challenges. All of these tools and services are open. By giving businesses the ability to easily move between frameworks and use the best tool for the task at hand, IBM is helping them reduce complexity and unlock the true value of the cloud.
My team is clapping. They're very happy about this hybrid journey. So what does that mean for all of us? Before, in the traditional IT environment, it was all about supply chain. And trust me, I know, I ran the supply chain in IBM for 10 years. So it was all about the behavior in a way that customer came up, did a down payment from our perspective, and you had to secure hardware, software, and people work, so the workload. This no longer is necessary because cloud comes and changes this entire equation. You can take the core business processes, divide it into a smaller subset of services, and then you can run those, thanks to cloud, from different companies. And those companies are you sitting in here, depending on your skills, depending on your technology, etc. So this is how the entire era is changed by cloud and the ability for you not to just resell assets, which we still want to do, but in combination with taking a part in a core business processes of our clients. And that's important. So if you look, this will require to change, for all of us to change. IBM is changing, and our business partners have to be changing. And if you're asking how, in the past, before my time, there was a clear vocabulary for type of partnership we've done. So we used to have resellers, yes? And there's probably many of you in the room that only resold our portfolio. Then we worked with consultancy teams that, and companies and firms that used to take our product and did their services on the top of our products. And then we have these product companies that build, they own their IP, they build new products based on the customer need. Now, we believe that being in one or the other model only will not be effective in this new era. That's why I urge you, if you in any of this category, because that's where we all came from, you belong to one of those, is start building capabilities of the other. So if you're talking about resellers, build your own IP. And now you're probably scared because you say, I'm not a software company. I don't think I can build my own IP. That's not, I don't talk about IT application development. That's a whole extreme. What I talk about is when you are on the project and you do the same deployment of technology over and over again, you will start seeing that there is some customization, something that you apply over and over. This can be KPIs, templates, libraries, you name it. But this is your IP. That's what I talk about. So next time, when you are doing a project, you do resell and your own IP. So that's important. What we believe is, in this new economy, the partners that can combine all of those three models are the most successful one. That means you have the capabilities of taking a product from IBM to the market, but then you have service capability, and you build your own IP, your own know-how, because only you know the client the best. Now we have to understand that this completely changes the financial and the risk equation of your business. We've gone through that in IBM ourselves. So what I talk about, in the past I mentioned like about the supply chain, it's the risk is with customer. You book a big deal, millions of dollars, right? Maybe if you're lucky, big deal, and you have to purchase software, hardware, the data center, and then you have to contract the consultancy company, the people, experts, etc. Before you deliver anything, any proof that it's going to work, you just have to trust, right? Now, from our perspective, the business partner and distributor, this is a fantastic model. You don't risk anything, you collect your money and you're happy. But trust me, that's not what the clients are expecting these days, and you know that. The client is smart and he wants to only consume for what he pays. Vice versa. So he only wants to pay for what he consumes. Which means that this is exactly, in industry we call it land and expand model, which means that instead of a large project up front, we do one, or you do, one application or one feature that lands at the customer, and once you prove the value, you start billing on that, horizontally and vertically. And the client pays as they go, as they consume. So this, the client is not risking anything, because until you prove it, he doesn't pay. But then once you prove it, the opportunity for growth, the trust that was built, the understanding that is there is enormous. And you're finally creating a rock solid stream revenue for your books. I call that making money while you're golfing. This is the best model. But we need to get there. So a lot of us are going to transit in a way that you will be doing both in parallel, because you cannot afford to switch from one to another. So in summary, what we truly believe is in chapter 2, we need partners that start doing more than one model. We call it the next generation model, next generation service providers. So these are the partners that do all of those three things, have their own IP, service capabilities, and are able to take their products to the market. Now you are asking, okay, so how do we do that? Where do we start? So once again, we have very clear equation what's needed to be successful, and we build it on good technology. We call it rock solid technology. You need great thinking. This is the API I'm talking about. And then it's the era of co-creation. So let me talk a little bit about each. Good technology, and I will not go into too much detail because we have a booth as well. I will just mention one or two super exciting new things we launched even a few weeks ago only. And so you probably know us from the past that we are rock solid in terms of modern infrastructure. So this is where we have our power and mainframe servers, and now state-of-the-art from low-end to high-end storage. So basically, in terms of systems hardware, we can serve anyone from SMB all the way to the large multinational enterprises. Now we're moving up to the hybrid cloud. And this is what our company specializes in, and those are the products I will share with you in a little bit. AI, I think IBM over 100 years have proven to be the leader in patents, new technology invention, and then deployment of it. And now there is a set of products that have already built-in capabilities of AI. Advanced analytics, we talked about data. We have robust management system and offerings to help you manage data, from consolidation of data to managing to analyzing absolutely everything of any type of structured, unstructured data. And last but not least, this would not work as number one thing in IT these days is security. And we do believe that we have the best in-class security offerings underpinning all of our other offerings. So I will talk a little bit about what's our point of view on hybrid cloud. So when you look at your clients, the clients are usually want to be innovative. They want to come up with something new that differentiates them. And all of this differentiation is based on cloud-like development, yeah? Because that makes it faster, easier, cheaper, and to get you to the market faster. Now, for this, I will talk about offering a little bit later, but this kind of behavior you can see in every company, whether it's developed from a smaller one or to the large one, but this is what we can see everything. The fact is that either way or the other, people in companies are using cloud. Now the question is, what type of cloud? Our studies show that 94% of enterprise clients say they use multi-cloud, and that's the whole story of IBM. We understand that there is no such things as I am a true believer of a cloud of only one company. I'm an Amazon, I'm an IBM shop. That is from chapter 1. That's where cloud was new. That's where you belong to one group. That's where you find that, you know, that you are only with that one company. But as the economy is maturing, you need to look pragmatically as a client. It's the workload, economy, financial model. You combine it and you will pick and choose. So we are not naive that IBM Cloud is going to be the only cloud of choice. On the contrary, we know 94% of clients are using several clouds. And they are lost in this triangle and they cannot help it. I will explain. It's the triangle between infrastructure, data, and applications. And if they're running everything, something on-premise, something on private cloud, it's so difficult. And here we are to help them. What I want to share for your thinking, as well as I referenced to previously in the next generation business partner or service provider, is the important fact that on the bottom you can see that the traditional IT is losing share. It's not surprising anyone, probably, but that's important. So if you decide to stay in the traditional IT, you will still have jobs, but it will be very hard to fight in this environment because that's decreasing. where on the contrary, you can see 15 and 18% growth coming from public and private clouds. And this is what IBM wants to do and wants to help navigate multi-cloud or hybrid cloud environments for our clients. So the newest and the most exciting offering for me personally is what we call cloud packs. So again, to that story I shared with you is that all the clients want to be competitive and they want this cloud-like development, but what they cannot get right is, okay, but how do I take securely my workloads and put it in a different cloud that I have it today, and how do I communicate between those? Again, between infrastructure, data, and applications. And what IBM has done in 2018, we have containerized the entire middleware portfolio to end up with around more than 100 software containerized offerings, which makes us one of the largest providers of this containerized software in the industry. But that's not good enough. That's containerized software. Now this is exciting time, and we make a step forward, and that step is toward how do we help clients to take their core business applications and move them to any cloud in the most secure, fastest way that is open. And that's Cloud Packs. Cloud Packs are our first products. We're coming up with 5. And this basically what it is again, it's a enterprise-ready containerized software that helps client move their core application, not just any core application and workloads, to any type of cloud. Now that's exciting. This is where we're leveraging our recent acquisition of Red Hat. So any cloud pack, you can envision like a triangle. On the bottom of it, you have open Red Hat Shift container platform based on Kubernetes, very flexible. The next layer on that is a common operational service. This is fully certified by IBM. Any operations you can see in terms of data, from access management, image recognition, etc. And the last layer is our IBM containerized software, which, as you know, is always powered by AI. It's fully modular. It's ready for you, and it's safe, it's open, and very, very secured. So if you want to know more about Cloud Packs, we will be in the booth, but I think this is the breakthrough in the industry of hybrid cloud and truly shows the power of two strong companies coming together, which is Red Hat and IBM. Now, for the traditional business, we're getting better even in that. And I think for a while, and I'm a seller as well, so I keep hearing about our storage. Some things, for example, price. Your storage is great, but just the price, right? So we got it right. There is a new release of a family called Storewise V5K. And this is storage made simple. What I have to tell you about that is, first of all, it has the lowest price, much lower than our previous versions, so super competitive, with still full enterprise capabilities and capacity. And cherry on the cake is that it's for open, for any, to be deployed in any cloud environment. So it's open right out of the box. And of course, packed with AI capabilities. So even in our low-end product, we have now made it super flexible and available out of the box. So if you are not our IBM partner and you are more in the traditional zone of reselling, this is absolutely a product to start with. If you are more in the services space, not so much, but for the resellers, I reckon you would absolutely love if you compare our capabilities to any other competitor. Now, the second category in how to make this happen is great thinkers. So I introduce IBM point of view on hybrid cloud, that the cloud is, the world around us is hybrid, and we want to operate and acknowledge that client has a choice and a partner has a choice. So what do we need? The next element is great thinkers. And I mentioned for that, it's you. I run a territory called Central and Eastern Europe. 50% of my business, it's done thanks to you, our business partners, and it continuously increases. And this is the era where I want to make even bigger progress, because the successful ones are, first of all, based on the model I described, and that are close to client needs. And we have 22,000 partners, it says there. Within my territory, we have over 8,000 active partners. That's a lot of brains and enormous offerings and breakthrough solutions for our customers. We are very big on garage approach of development. So the newest one was now open for IBM in Milan, state of the art. And we are going to open others. We fight very hard to open one, maybe even here or in our region. And if that it will be reality, that's where I want to see all of us with your clients together. And last but not least, it's the ecosystem of co-creation. It's no longer that I will not share, I will not tell. It's our products are open, and we are actually creating a platform to collaborate not only in the sandboxes environment, in the garage environment, but we also creating platform for our IBM partners to get together and complement when they need skills for different solutions. So these are the three elements. We do have the greatest technology. You have your API, you have your knowledge and your knowledge of your customer. And we will facilitate collaboration, because that's the way that the industries are going to be shaped in the next years. And if you're asking how we in IBM, specifically in the channel organization, are trying to make the work between us better, it's in 4 pillars. We still understand, no matter how much talk I was and how much excited I am about the new things, we have a base business. And that's still a large part of our business. So we are here to protect the base and make it for you more rewardable and simple if you are the one that is driving the value. And specifically, we're focusing this year on software. On software, we're trying to make your margins protected through a deal registrations. We're trying to make access to those and a line of sight of your profitability at the deal registration right there. So there is a lot we do in this space to protect your core business. So if you're doing it, we still appreciate it. And we want to take you even step by step to any of those other areas. In the transform, this is for the partners that are our partners, but find themselves in one of the circles I was showing before. If you don't want to transform and you want to stick to core and core base, that's okay. But what we have resources dedicated to help with the transformation as well. And that is, you can transform, you say, how do I transform my business? So we believe it's among several axes. First of all is the business model. If you were a reseller yesterday, today, and you want to become managed service provider, you want to become embedded solution provider, you want to become a cloud service provider, there's a shift in what I described before in the risk and especially in the financial model. And we have workshops, etc., to help you to visualize it and get you on that journey. The next thing, where amongst axes, how to transform to a next generation service provider, is accessing new technology. Never before the IT market was so polarized that you have some elements growing 100% and some are completely declining. So what we want to do and what we are committed to do with my team is take your current core expertise and link it to the growth areas, growth technology, and help you with transferring your skills and knowledge to those areas for joint growth. Last but not least, expanding the ecosystem. Expanding means bringing on board the next generation business partners that are out there, probably in this room, but are not working with IBM. And you know what? I say that openly with absolutely no hurt to our existing partners that are the ones that we're transforming, is because the existing partners shouldn't be fierce of competition. In the reseller world, that's a competition. In the service-led business, it's a complement. The skills complement each other. What we do here, for example, we have a fantastic platform powered by AI where we take your AI, IA, and we combine you with somebody else, maybe on the other side of planet, with complementary skills, and to define a perfect solution. I give you an example that would work here. Is you have developed a fantastic solution based on Watson AI, some image recognition, let's say, and you know for a fact that this is well accepted in the security surveillance army industry. And you know there is a demand in Poland for this. Well, how do you get from here to Poland? Well, in this platform, you can get together with a business partner that is successfully doing, either has the same client set, or is doing something similar, so you can deploy it somewhere where you didn't have a reach before. And of course, next generation for us means doing everything in the electronic matter, and we have completely lowered the entry level into coming and collaborating through cloud and all of our e-offerings. Last but not least is about building. And what do we build? We need to build capabilities, all of us. And I would look at it from three perspectives. First of all, our channel ecosystem team needs to be smarter and understand all of these technologies so we can have effective discussions with you. And we are doing that. The next one is, and I know I often hear from you about this, is convince the rest of IBM that does direct business that it's okay to work with partners. And you know what? Yes, that's our mission, that's my mission, is to make the rest of IBM understand that doing solo business, everything IBM, it's not the era. Partner first mentality is what we need to promote, what I am very actively promoting, and convincing IBM that partnerships are the way to go. And last but not least is your knowledge. I think more than ever IBM has opened up in this category as well, and that is we have a platform called Seismic. Every partner of IBM has an access to that and gets access to the same information, learnings about offering, cloud packs, whatever you name it, as our own IBM sellers. So if you are our partner, you get access to all of the information that will help you understand the technology, sell the technology and offerings, etc. Wrap up. So I hope I managed to inspire a little bit, because we in IBM and with my team are doing the utmost maximum from the global perspective to make sure that we make the programs attractive. And there is my colleague of mine, Olaf here, who is responsible for all the distribution in Europe. And we check and track together with him profitability of everyone. And we can very clearly say who is aligned with our strategy, because the ones that are earning and expanding their margins. So we look after the profitability, we're simplifying and making the engagement simpler. I don't think I have to talk about the technology. The technology talks for itself. My boss is he was here presenting last year, and Diego Segre, and he does not like losing, right? So what he's done in the right-hand corner, he has requested Canales, That's the largest consultancy firm in the area of partner ecosystem or channel, to say, do we really have the best programs for our partners that pay the best margins? And guess what? Black and white proven in the areas that we do most business. Cloud, software, service and storage. In all of those, the margins are the best. So I hope I managed to share with you how passionate me and my team are about you, either testing something new if you've never done business with us, or come with us, as you already with us, on the journey that the opportunity, when we take it from the perspective of hybrid cloud that is in 94% of corporation, is the core expertise of ours. I hope you join us, and you can do it anyway through Merlion. You can do it through reaching to me personally, LinkedIn or email address, or my team that is here on the ground, and you will get to them. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Спасибо. На этом пленарная часть завершена. Дальше вас ждут тематические сессии. Мы сделали их максимально интересными. Подробное расписание выступлений всех спикеров смотрите в мобильном приложении Merlion. Желаем вам хорошего и продуктивного дня.